Hey guys, this is Sean and you're watching Data Science Devils. In this video, I'm going to talk about data exploration, what it is, and what all steps it involves. Now, before proceeding to implementing any machine learning model, data exploration has to be done because if you won't do data exploration of your data set, then it's highly probable that the recommendations and the predictions of your machine learning model will be inaccurate and thus it won't help anyone. So data exploration has to be given utmost importance. Now I have divided the task of data exploration in total 7 steps, which I have written here. So the step 1 is reading the data. In this step what we do, we simply read the data using pandas library or any other module of your choice, let's say CSV, but generally pandas is used. We also obtain the total rows and columns present along with the column names. Now this step is the easiest of these 7. So I'll also cover reading the data step in this video. Now moving on to the second. Second step is variable identification. In variable identification, we simply identify what all variables are present and we identify that type. So the 4 types are there: dependent, independent, and then continuous and categorical. Now, what do you mean by dependent? Dependent variables are those set of variables which are depending on other variables. Let's say if my data set consists of the movie ratings and the movie budget. So my movie ratings will depend on movie budget. So it will be dependent. And independent variables are those which do not depend on other variables. Those are independent variables. Normally, the thing which we are trying to predict in any machine learning model, it's a dependent variable. And the other two are continuous and categorical. Categorical variables are those variables which can hold any number of values, but it's about continuous variables. Sorry. So categorical variables are those variables which can hold only a limited set of values. Let's say the gender of a person, it can be either male, female, or other. So that is categorical. The next step is univariate analysis. Now, out of all these 4 variables, what we do, we analyze one variable at a time individually. If we analyze, that means we calculate the mean of that variable, we try to visualize that variable using some libraries like Seaborn, Plotly, and in bivariate analysis, we analyze more than one variable at a time. Let's say we are analyzing 2 variables at a single time and we try to obtain is there any connection between them. Now that connection can be positive or negative, or it may happen that they don't have any connection at all. When I will discuss these steps in depth in the later videos that I will upload, you will get a better understanding. Now I'm only giving a rough introduction about them. The fifth step is missing value treatment. Here we try to get rid of missing values which are present in our dataset using some techniques. So those technique involves filling those values either with 0 or either with mean or with any other number. Then the sixth step is outlier treatment. In this step we try to get rid of outlier values present in our dataset using some techniques. Now what do you mean by outlier? Outlier means those values who differ considerably relative to the mean. Now they can differ either positively or either negatively. That means either the value of some, either there will be a value which is like very high compared to the mean, or either the value is very low compared to the mean. So those values are called as outlier. So in this step we try to get rid of those outliers. The next step is variable transformation. Now what we do in variable transformation, Now let's say we have two variables, continuous and categorical. In variable transformation, we transform the variable of one type to another. Let's say we are transforming categorical to continuous or continuous to categorical using some techniques. Now, one example of those techniques is logarithmic transformation. So again, revising the stuff, there are total 7 steps in data exploration which has to be done in this order only in order to make your machine learning model look more presentable and more effective. It has to be done in this order, data exploration, and you shouldn't miss any step. Now coming to the first step, now this step is the easiest out of these 7. This step is the easiest. So we will implement this step. It is like, again I'm saying it is very easy. The first step is to import the library. Now here I'm using pandas. Then the other step is simply to use this read underscore CSV function to read your dataset. I have commented it, so I'll uncomment. Now I have this dataset present, Titanic underscore detailed. So I'm simply reading this dataset. Now next I want to know what all columns are present. So for that I'll use df dot columns. Now don't put parenthesis, as this dot columns is not a function, it is an attribute. Shift enter. So these all are the columns: passenger ID, survived, P class, name. And if you want to know the values, then we can simply use df dot values. So here we got the values of our dataset, and if we are interested in getting how many rows and how many columns are present, we are interested in knowing the shape of this dataset. So for that we'll use df dot shape. Now again this is an attribute. But if I'm not satisfied with the shape, the values and columns, I want more idea about our dataset. So what I'll do, I'll call a function df dot head. Now this is a function, so I'm writing it opening and closing parenthesis. This is not an attribute, this is a function. Now this function will display the top 5 rows and top 5 columns. So the step 1 of data exploration, that is reading the data, was this much long only. That's why I've said that it is the easiest one. In the next video, I'll discuss a variable identification and also implement it. So if you like the video, please subscribe the channel and comment which part you like the most.